Reacher's greatest strength is the show's greatest weakness. There are several reasons why Jack Reacher is such a popular fictional hero, but his greatest asset makes it difficult for Amazon Prime Video's Reacher series to come up with great stories. Based on Lee Child's books, the Alan Ritchson-led show was an immediate hit when it premiered in 2022. Reacher Season 2 returned almost 2 years after it debuted. Its sophomore year wasn't as revered as its predecessor, but the project continues to be popular enough for Amazon to greenlight Season 3. By now, Jack is established enough that viewers are already familiar with his quirks. The first 2 seasons of Reacher effectively laid out Jack's backstory, which explains many of his oddities. One of the biggest draws of the show is seeing its titular character find its way out of dicey situations. This was heavily focused on during his time in Margrave, especially before he found his trusted allies, Oscar Finley, Malcolm Goodwin, and Roscoe Conklin, Willa Fitzgerald. Reacher Season 2 introduced the 110th Special Investigations Unit, dispersing the series' focus. Moving forward, however, Jack will only have to rely on himself. Luckily, he's self-sufficient, although that poses some storytelling issues for the projects. Reacher fits a very specific kind of fictional character archetype as a protagonist. It isn't difficult to root for Jack. He fits a very specific trope of a character that falls into the Sherlock Holmes archetype. He is very smart and can easily figure out his cases despite the lack of evidence or obvious connections. This is one of, if not the biggest reasons, why it's so fun to watch him tackle mysteries. Couple that with his physicality and Jack becomes a formidable hero, well-equipped not to lean on others and function as a lone wolf. Interestingly, Jack is aware of his abilities and often puts them to good use. Reacher's and realistically instantaneous deductive skills do a lot of heavy lifting. Jack's intelligence has been a convenient plot device for Amazon's successful Reacher projects. When he was introduced in Season 1, he heavily relied on his ability to read situations and people to survive. It was gratifying to see him piece details together and solve mysteries. Aside from that, however, it also allows Reacher to skip aspects of its storytelling, leaving the revelation to Jack. As revealed in the Season 2 flashbacks, Jack doesn't just have street smarts, he is also an intellectual, having a penchant for dealing with numbers. This was one of his commonalities with Carla Dixon, Serena Swan. In terms of storytelling, it can fully rely on Jack's intelligence when writing him out of a situation, and the popular series has done that several times during its 2-season run. Reacher writers are not mandated to fully lay out the specifics of the narrative, since its lead character has the ability to solve cases in an instant, whether due to his intellect or incredible instincts. Meanwhile, the viewers need not be convinced that Jack has quickly figured out a mystery or conspiracy, because Reacher has repeatedly shown that he is capable of doing this. It's a problem when Reacher suddenly has to be blind or wrong to drive the plot forward. Overall, Jack is hardly an underdog hero. Even if the Amazon Prime Video series puts him in the trickiest of situations, he has proven time and again that he is well equipped to get out of it. Regardless if he's alone or with an ally, such as his regular support, Frances Neagley, Maria Sten, there's confidence that he will get out of a predicament unscathed. While it's comforting to know that a protagonist can succeed, it can also negatively impact the show's storytelling. Reacher cannot always use Jack's intelligence to solve every crisis, otherwise the show risks having no stakes.